72 games in that season. Unbelievable.
They were incredible, but one of my great memories in that season, the day of the trade deadline, we sent out 5 guys, brought in 5 new guys. We had to play the Bulls that night. Only one of those players made it in. We had only 8 guys available, some guys who had hardly played for us. Rex Chapman had an unbelievable game, and we beat Michael Jordan's Bulls on that night.
Oh, what a great story.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates. Yeah, he might want to avoid looking over at the bench for a little bit here. A missed dunk like that is infuriating to a coach.
Miami shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get better.
Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention stand for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps. And this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that business.
Dunn shot's good.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now Irving. After the missed 3 from Damian Lillard. Dunn misses. And here's Tatum for 3. And then Roy with the jam.
Yeah, great read by Tatum there. Recognizing the overcommitment and making the defense pay.
Here's Dunn. Second shot opportunity. And the layup is up and in. Dunn's got 7.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreakers.
Now here's Roy. 10 points for him. Back to Webber. And Webber throws it down.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
And it's Dunn in the corner. Misses the 3. The Heat leading by 7. A moment now to hear from our side. Oh, wow, what a great move inside.
That is incredible.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on the show. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. And Tatum launches it from deep. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Outside for Roy. Turner inside. Scoreless thus far. Here's Tatum. It's rebounded by Towns. Bulls trailed by 7. Dunn outside. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Dunn's got a pair of 3s now in the first quarter for the Bulls. Here's Roy. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Nice move. Dunn outside. Off target from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And then Roy with the jam.
He just makes scoring look so effortless. It's why you love watching Roy play the game.
Pass to Dunn. And he's good on the 3-ball. Dunn's got 13.
Just a heroic scoring effort from him this quarter. He's doing everything he can to will them back into this game.
Miles Turner. Traps in the tray.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Irving for three. Another three for Chicago.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And here is Irving. After Jason Tatum getting his shot to go from deep. No good from Irving.
Another miss. He is struggling for the quarter.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good from outside. They can go 2 for 1.
It's about being smart right now.
Irving with a clean look. Another miss by Irving. Here's Lillard. It's all in by the Bulls.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Towns. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Outside for Roy. Here's Tatum. And so it's Miami with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
You know, Stan, I've always thought that your path, kind of like Billy Donovan's, going from the college game to the pro game, both enjoying success, very, very similar paths.
Except for one thing, Kevin. Billy could actually play. I couldn't. So, you know.
Well, you're not being fair to yourself now.
Billy was a great college player. And I think, Kevin, Billy Donovan's the most underrated coach in the NBA. This guy's a surefire Hall of Famer. Back-to-back national titles in college. And then you look at the consistent success he has had in the NBA with teams. This guy is as good as anyone in the country, heck, anyone in the world coaching basketball.
Well said.
Yeah, just a fantastic job to stay with the play and just not give up. Excellent effort on the offensive backboard.
And Ellis with the block. Williams looking over the floor. Down low. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
They've out-hustled the opponent so far in this one. A lot of points in the open floor, and that's giving them the advantage. A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Here's Brown. He has yet to score. Pass to Bufkin. Clock at 4. Over Garland. Bufkin, no good. And so Garland will bring it up for the Heat. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Next game, they'll take on the Pacers in Indianapolis at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey, Kevin. Bulls coach Billy Donovan keeps perspective. He says, I used to come back from a tough road loss, go straight to the office and pull an all-nighter, trying to figure out what went wrong. My highs were too high and my lows were too low. You have to realize so much of it is just luck. The breaks of life. Kevin?
That's right, D.A. We respect Billy Donovan as much as any coach in the NBA. But a good outlook there, you're right. Hey, thank you. Well, Heat leading by 4. Pass to Williams. Here's Ellis. Back to Williams. Lets it go with a three. Drills it from outside. Williams has got his first 3 points of the game. So, Stan, you started in the NBA back in the mid-90s. How is coaching different from, say, now to back then?
Wow, Kevin, it's just so different and in so many ways. The players have gotten better. Bigger, faster, more skilled. There's more coaches on a staff. Strength coaches have increased in volume and in influence, so there's less practice. Everything now has to be done differently.
Everything is bigger, isn't it?
It really is.
Here's Bufkin. He's averaging a bit over 5 points a game.
Well, after a silent first quarter, this is who they needed him to be. This is why you never count a guy out.
The drive by Garland. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Bulls trailed by 7. Here's Bufkin. And the basket for the 4th time from the field. He's a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
Pass to Nisi. Plays it up and banks it in. Nisi's got 6.
Oh, superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
G.A., you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that 3. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Here's Garland. After Chicago picking up a basket just moments ago. Around the back and lays it in.
Always good seeing a guard like Garland score inside.
Here's Bufkin. Count it. He's got 12.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Pass to Nisi. .119 left to play here in the half. Got a hand on it.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Well, that's the job, right? Your duty as a coach is to finesse your lineups so your guys get the best chance to succeed.
We've got 1:13 left here in the second. Outside Williams. Lets the 3 fly. Offensive rebound. It's blocked.
And we haven't seen them be quite as aggressive driving the basketball, settling far too much for jumpers.
.54 seconds left in the second quarter. Back to Garland. Driving in. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
The Heat leading by 5. Pass to Williams. We've got 28 seconds left in the first half. Nisi. Second chance effort. Good ball movement here by Miami. And that one is hammered home.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Yeah, this is the spot where coaches want you to be relentless. Don't even give them a glimpse of it.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
Miami shooting their 5th and 6 free throws of the game.
And team free throw numbers really about as good as you could ask for, around 80% on the season.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
And so it's Miami heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We've got more in store for you right after this. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Here's Roy. Can't cash in from the high post. Bulls trail by 7. And when you talk to people about the Bulls, GA, Michael Jordan's shadow still looms large over this team and organization.
And Kevin, they haven't won a championship before or since he was in Chicago. They've had plenty of good players, Derrick Rose and MVP, Jimmy Butler as well, but the results haven't been there.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. Yeah. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh. Goodness. Now here's Roy following the miss by Miles Turner. 6 to shoot. Miami needs to get a shot off. Goes back up. And the shot goes down. And the Heat lead by 5.
Yeah, excellent assist there. Just led him to the perfect spot.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third. And it's done in the corner. Pass to Irving. Takes it inside. A nice shot by Black. Black's got his first points of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Outside Tatum. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Gordon.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Pass to Black. Turner comes with the double team. To the inside. And the dunk by Towns.
Oh, a thunderous basket from Towns. There are lots of dunks in his future.
Wrapper outside. Back to Tatum. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Sometimes the action speeds up on you a little too much. 2 teammates not on the same wavelength there.
Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now. And you watch Jason Tatum, year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
Now, Towns. After Julius Irving's three-pointer that didn't go, they now take the lead. Irving's got the lead up to 2 now for Chicago.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
Now, here's Roy. 16 points for him. Looking to end the run. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Roy's got 19 points.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat from there.
Pass to Tatum. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. That's on Julius Erving. And Stan, as he enters his prime, Jason Tatum is shooting to become the face of the NBA.
Yeah, and Kevin, he knows winning is the key. For a star player on a great team, learning that balance, when to take over and when to set up your teammates, is a big part of it.
And you love the quick ups, but then how about that explosiveness on the finish? Erving, man, he just has incredible gifts.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
And you know what? The work he's put in at the line starting to pay off. How about 78% on the season?
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, thanks. It's important to remember Damian Lillard was a 2-star prospect coming out of high school in Oakland. He says that the doubt I faced, what I found is I have true belief in myself. I poured a lot in and just continued to work. That's why when I struggle, I never waver because I know that I'm true to it. Eventually, I'm going to have my time. Kevin?
I think they call that game time. Hey, David, thank you. And on the way from Erving for 3, buries the long-range jumper. Erving's got 13 points in the second half. Turner. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. And the Heat lead by 1.
A big right Turner, just using that height inside. It's almost a lost art. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
And stolen by Dunn. It's deflected. And on the way from Erving for 3, Miami grabs the miss. Floats one. That will fall for his 7th bucket. 7 for 15 in this game. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Bulls?
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
And one other thing they have done well has been scoring in transition, looking to run whenever they can.
Now, here's Roy. 19 points in the game. All right, Stan, hypothetical situation. Down 1, shot clock is off. If you could pick anyone in the NBA, who do you want taking that shot?
Well, I'm going to go back in time a little bit, Kevin. The guy who really made my career for me as a head coach. I'm taking Dwayne Wade. He was the best that I ever saw. Not only did he have the ability to make clutch shots, he managed the game clock as well as anybody I've ever seen.
The situation was never too big for him, was it?
Never was, and he's so smart in addition to being as talented as he was.
Frozen. The guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
Here's Black. The rebound by Turner.
I think this is a rare case of being overcommitted. He tried to go all out at the rim, and they stifled him. Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Erving can't get it to go. The Heat with the lead. Play with it. Guarded now by Erving. And Weber throws it down.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
The shot's good from Erving. Erving's got 22 points.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Good on the bucket. 24 points for him.
Yeah, he's been able to turn it around after a rough first half. He's now looking much better offensively.
3-second difference between shot clock and game. Tatum, no good.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
And I'll tell you, offense comes really easy to Big Cat.
And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. A different look for Miami.
Timeout.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team. 8 seconds left in the third. Here's Garland. No good from 18. Here's Buffkin. That's the end of the third, and it's all tied up. And we'll get going after this from United Center.
64. The Heat. 64.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Here's Irving. Can't connect from short range. Williams up on top. Here's Messi. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Here's Irving. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Right side, Garland. Outside, Williams. Pass to Messi. 5 to shoot. Screened by Ellis. There's Garland. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. To take the lead. Here's Black. Good, and as this goes to Towns. Black's got the lead up to 2 now for the Bulls.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
And it's sent back by Irving.
And not many guys Irving's size are this good at blocking shots. Takes incredible timing and athleticism.
So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
On the wing, Turner. Good ball movement here by Miami. Weber outside. Back to Turner. Over Gordon. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And the Heat lead by 1.
A jumper like that from Turner, who is 6'11", beating good D. Man, these tall dudes are so skilled these days.
Here's Irving. And Irving throws it down. Boy, right down to the wire here. Still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, and after all the energy both sides have expended, both teams still hungry for the win.
Tatum with it. And it's Gordon picking him up. Here's Weber. Done with some nice D.
Well, that's the look he wanted, but the defense doing just enough to impact that shot.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thanks so much, David. And timeout is called by Eric Spoelstra. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Left side, Roy. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Tatum. The shot's good. Roy making the play.
Assisted by.
And that's now 7 points for Jason Tatum.
And they are earning points with the jump shot now.
Wasted no time on that one.
Well, confidence isn't something that Gordon is lacking. He thinks his shot is there, so he just takes it.
Inside. Here's Weber. No one near Turner as he lets it go. Offline with his 3. Pass to Dunn. There's the triple. The rebound by Turner. Miami trailing. Tatum a screen. Here's Roy. And then Roy with the dunk.
A great score. Roy just waiting for his moment.
Here's Chicago. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Good on the shot. And the Bulls lead by 2.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
Getting it done at the line as he usually does, and that could be huge in a tight game like this one.
Deflects the pass. Stolen by Tatum. There's the 3. Oh, he can't hit. And here's Towns. The kick out to Irving.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Towns, the screen. Chicago needs to get off a shot here. Takes the 3. That shot missing.
And every miss finds its way to his hands. Well, what an impressive performance.
Yeah, he's been a beast on the glass. A monster night for him.
And we'll have a timeout called by Eric Spoelstra. Clearly, he's got something his players need to hear. And immediately. There's Tatum. The flush by Tatum.
Hey, you need some points? Tatum is your guy.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far? Or the Heat?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And all game long, they've worked the ball inside. It's really worked well for them offensively.
Tatum with it. Guarded by Dunn. Outside Roy. Over in the corner, Turner. Outside Roy. It's hauled in by Karl-Anthony Towns. Outside Gordon. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Gordon's got the game tied up here for Chicago.
Well, we talk about ice in his veins a lot, but this guy personifies that. What a clutch shot.
Here's Roy. Out to Turner. Pass to Tatum. Turner with the screen. Here's the 3. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner.
Oh, come on. You cannot let that happen in this situation.
Now the Bulls with it. With the drive.
That is world class.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move. And I'll tell you what, few forwards have ever had that lightning first step of Dr. J. He just takes away the angles of the defense.
It's tipped.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
And then foul, trying to extend that game.
Turner with the screen. And here's Tatum for three. Count it. And that shot brings them to within just one. And so the big win by Chicago.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everyone. We have some exciting NBA action coming up. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. The Heat beat them last time when those two met in Miami.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Well, it can affect your confidence, not just as the player shooting, but the entire team. So defenses might get a little bit more aggressive, and then you got to think about the next free throw.
Here's McGrady. The rebound by Turner. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, I spoke with the head coach of the Cavaliers. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him. And Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's McGrady. Sends it home from three-point land.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Here's Roy. Oh, Robinson with a block. They get it back. Puts up a three. Roy can't get it to go.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
And they're able to recover. Again, the Heat misses. Pass to Coulibaly. And Cleveland another three.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Roy. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. And here are the Cavaliers now. All right, Brent, let me ask you a very important question. What exactly is Heat culture?
BA, Heat culture is about toughness and competitiveness. And if you step into that building, you better make sure that you're ready to be. Pushed the limits that, as a professional player, not a lot of other teams are willing to go. As soon as they find guys who enjoy that, and I'm not going to say torture, but it's close, but those are the kind of guys who make it in Miami.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again. This small advantage is starting to snowball.
Yeah, this team is looking to add to the lead, trying to put the other team away, and threatening here.
There's Tatum with the three. Yes, great play by Lillard to set it up.
You know, this team relies on Tatum hitting those shots, and that's why he's such a high-volume three-point shooter.
Here's Barkley. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
The big story thus far, how well they've shot the rock.
Here's Tatum. Oh, Tatum slams it home.
And Jason Tatum was fearless on that finish. Went right through the contact.
Screen by Robinson. To the paint. Oh, got a piece of it. Shoots a fadeaway. And good as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Robinson's got his second basket of the game. They set a pick. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
Now here's Coulibaly. He's averaging about 6 points per game. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
Cleveland shooting their initial free throws of the game here. He hits the second from the line. Heat trailed by 7. Here's Roy. He's scoreless. Outside Tatum. Down low. Here's Weber. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates.
Robinson on the wing. From outside, off the mark.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Back to Tatum. Off target from outside.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken, but that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
To the middle. The kick to Tatum. Clock at 6. Puts it up from the high post. And the rebound goes to the Cavaliers.
Well, his shots aren't dropping, and they haven't been able to keep pace, but they trust him enough to keep going to him, see if he can find it.
Here's Barkley. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Heat trail by 8. Tatum from long range. McGrady grabs a miss.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Building a big advantage early with a terrific all-around performance.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
They get it back. Here's Barkley. The three-pointer off the mark.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Outside, Williams. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. And here are the Cavaliers now. They're on a 20-7 run. Here's McGrady. He has 6. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Now here's Garland. And right now, he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Pass to Williams. Back to Garland. To the inside. Fades. Doesn't go that time. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers now holding a 12-point lead at quarter's end. They've been fantastic pushing the ball. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. But this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Just excellent first quarter defense. They've been really getting after it.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
Brent, how much importance do you put on coaching at the pro level?
Well, B.A., it's huge, and I think the best coaches in the league are the best relationship builders. I mean, it's not about the tactics. Everybody's running the same plays and trying to take advantage of the same things. It really comes down to the connectivity between the coach and understanding each and every player you have on your team.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Here's a great quote from Coach Eric Spoelstra, who said, "The Miami Heat culture is a system based on discipline and hard work. We stand for something. That's competition. That's winning. We feel that there's a championship DNA that you can develop." And Brian, they walk the walk.
One of the great organizations in the league, Allie. There's a screen by Nurkic. Releases from 15. It's good. Off the glass.
And he's going to nail these if you give him the space. That's just soft D.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Garland. Shot clock at 6. And Grant, when you look at Darius Garland, he has a very polished offensive game.
Absolutely. He's great at creating for himself, but also knows when to get others involved. He can score from anywhere, and he works incredibly hard on his craft.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
Williams grabs the board.
Okay, nice crossover, but it means nothing if you can't complete the shot.
Ooh, poked away. Fast break Cleveland from deep three-point land. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
And just Shakespearean there, a smart read. Saw the defense was collapsing inside, so he wisely pulled up from the outside and drilled it.
Williams on the wing. The kick out to Williams. Pass to Messi. Garland for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
He buries it from 3.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
That one drops for him.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here in quarter 2, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Ellis with a rebound. Heat trail by 13. Counted. Williams has got his first points of the night.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Pass to Sohan. The 3 is up. Williams grabs the board.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And Williams punches it home.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis. There's a screen. Pass to Sohan. 4-3. Nails it from 3. Sohan's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now here's Williams. From downtown. Yes, and a nice assist from Garland.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth. Showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Well, they really cashed in on the break. I mean, it feels like they're hungry to get out, they're hungry to run, and they're not passing up any chances to leak out and score.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Heat. It's a 10-point game.
And sometimes it looks like for Garland, the game comes a bit easy, whether making plays for himself or others.
Pass to Thybulle. 5 to shoot. The 3. Rebound by the Heat.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's Christie. Williams defending. Thybulle, that's good. And the Cavaliers lead by 10.
The floater can be a tricky shot, but that's the right choice.
Inside. Messi. Back to Garland. Off the mark there with a 3. Off target from 3-point range.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level, and his tonight has been high. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Heat trail by 10. And here we go, the Heat fast break. Williams' shot is good.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
Yeah, anything other than a layup in that situation, probably disappointing. Had numbers, took advantage.
Pass to Thibault. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. It's his first trip to the line. And he makes a first. So for Miami, good on both. And it's Miami's ball. Trailing by 10. Down low. Nice move. Oh, Lillard just owning the paint.
Muscling in for the basket. Lillard showing that mental toughness to get in there.
Puts up a deep three. Tatum pulls it in.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
The shot by Lillard, no good. The Cavaliers lead by 8. And we've got 28 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is, I just got to get the next one to go. And you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Outside Tatum. Fires from deep. Good. And it's Lillard who picks up the assist. Tatum's got 8. Launches it. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Cavaliers ahead, up by 5. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Here's McGrady. From behind the arc. Weber pulls it in. Heat trail by 5. Here we go, one-on-one. And Tatum flying in for the fast break delivery.
Backing up that last three with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Count that bucket. He's got 9.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Pass to Turner. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by Robinson.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Batten on the wing. Jacks up a 3. Here's McGrady. From outside the arc. He drops it from range. And now a 7-point Cleveland lead.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, last season, Jason Tatum surpassed 10,000 career points. He said, "It sounds crazy. I always think about..." When I was a kid growing up with my mom and saying I wanted to be in the NBA, I may have thought I would be one of the best players, but to actually do it is a surreal feeling. Brian, he's being honest.
Yeah, dreams do come true, Allie. Thank you.
Great energy and activity on defense.
Well, looking into the gaps of the defense there, he's not going to miss many of those when he gets to that range.
Here's Here's Barkley. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
Here's Roy. The kick to Tatum. And Tatum drills the three.
And any decent look from distance, he's taking it. He has that locked-in mentality right now.
Seems to be taking it on his shoulders aggressively to shrink this lead. They really needed those points.
It's a one-on-one situation. Misses the three. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. Here's McGrady. Three-pointer, no good.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that. That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's McGrady. He's got 11. Driving inside. 6 to shoot. Robinson gets the bucket. Robinson's got 11.
All the way to the bucket. No resistance. Just swipe the candy from him.
Tatum on the drive. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Pass to Weber. Out to Lillard. And there's the screen. And here's Turner to the inside. 6 on the shot clock. To the tie. The shot won't fall. Cleveland leading by 3. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Here's Barkley. Three-pointer. Nails it from beyond the arc. Barkley's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'm not sure who was supposed to be guarding him. Ridiculous lapse there defensively.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. So it's Miami now. Pass to Turner. Here's Roy. Three-pointer off the mark. And it's Cleveland's ball. Here's McGrady. No good on the triple.
He's lost his momentum in a big hurry. Coming off an excellent quarter, now he just can't find the bucket.
I don't know. I'm getting the feeling as this game moves on, he's getting stronger.
The Cavaliers leading. Pass to Benton. Now Coulibaly. Outside Tatum to the tie. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Out of bounds. It'll be Miami's ball. They set the screen to the paint. And he slams it in one-handed.
There is no doubt what's going to happen once he reaches the rim.
Another steal. It's stolen away. Throws it up high. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Cavaliers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Something else I've seen from them in this game is just how quick they are to capitalize on a turnover. I mean, they're pouncing on that stuff. You got to be careful when you're handling the ball around them.
A minute 37 left in the third quarter. Clock at 6. Out to the right wing. Outside Coulibaly. Can't hit the step back Jay. Miami trailing. Pass to Tatum. To the left side wing. On the wing, Tatum. Tatum drops the hammer.
It's not surprising to see Tatum taking over offensively. I mean, he's capable of doing this on a nightly basis.
Here's Barkley. Outside Coulibaly. For 3. No good on the shot. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Roy. 7 points in the game. Over to the left wing. There's a screen by Turner. On the wing, Tatum pulls it. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Fast break, Cleveland. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Coulibaly. And the shot's good. Coulibaly's got 7 points in the game.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Woo-wee! What a big finish out of the backcourt.
That might be exactly what they needed at this point of the game.
Defense has got to be better. Flat out effort was not there.
Yep, count it. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
And Eric Spoelstra decides to call timeout. He wants to review the game plan. And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's give Coach credit. He's trying to find a way to squeeze the most out of every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
And so it's Eric Spoelstra with the timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. It'll count. And that's not going to go. Misses at the buzzer. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground. Cavaliers ahead. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Here's Garland. They set the pick. On target from range.
And when it comes to the three, they've been really dialed in here in the second half.
Here's McGrady. Here's Barkley. Can't hit from the elbow.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
Here's Ellis. And he converts the layup.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Cavaliers trail by 4. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here. Pass to Robinson. Knocks it loose. Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. That's good from Garland.
Getting to the line more since his career has gone on. Garland, a deployable free throw shooter.
Here's Garland. .60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Garland draws the double. Pass to Messi. To the middle. The kick out to Williams. No one near him. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Yeah, that miss might stick with him for a little while. That's kind of a shoot-around jumper if I've ever seen one.
Here's Robinson. Messi grabs the board.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
Williams on the wing. No good with the triple.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Pass to McGrady. Here's Barkley. The 3 drills it from deep.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Miami Heat. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points.
Garland right now really doing a nice job of staying in perpetual motion.
Miami foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Pass to McGrady. Back to Ben. The bank shot, no good.
Yeah, they've been pretty careless so far, racking up a number of fouls in very little time.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Heat.
Yeah, what stood out to me was their passing. They moved the ball effortlessly and have been able to find those holes in the defense.
And it seemed like throughout this game, right after the jump ball, they've just been feeling it from distance, getting all the looks they want and continuing to take advantage of that three-point line.
Screen by Robinson. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Benton. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Fast break. Here come the Heat. Now here's Tatum. Here's Roy. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Outside Tatum. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Cavaliers trail by 8. Robinson in the post. Lets the three fly. Weber pulls it in. And it's Miami's ball. They're on a 12-3 run. Roy can't get it to go. And Cleveland has possession. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Damian Lillard picks one up. And he drops it first.
Tracy McGrady.
And so he makes both from the line. Here's Lillard. Here's Roy. Going inside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Here's Barkley. 5 on the clock. Stripped away. Here's Tatum. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Taking it strong. Tatum forcing his way to the line, playing aggressively.
And so Tatum nails both of them. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Here's McGrady to the paint. Here's Robinson. Pass to McGrady. Here's the 3. And it's out of bounds to Cleveland. Here's Benton. Fires the 3. Hits the trifecta.
That's one of the best three-point shooters. You got to try to scramble the Jets right here and get that guy off the sweet spot.
Here's Roy. Pass to Lillard. There's the 3. The kick to Tatum. There's a screen. 6 to shoot. Driving in. Here's Roy. And again, no good by Miami.
Analytics already don't favor the mid-range jumper, let alone against exceptional defense. Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. Nice shot by Turner.
Smart bucket by Turner. Use your length and score it in close.
He takes it in. And then Turner with the dunk.
What a two-way play. Just tremendous.
Yeah, the steal was slick. The slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
The shot. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And now an 11-point Miami lead. Here's Benton. Cleveland again missing. We've got 1:08 left to play in the fourth quarter. Pass to Weber. And here's Turner. Tatum feeling it out a bit. This one for three. That one no good. And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. 11-point game. They get it again. Robinson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. He gets the first, and that brings him within 10.
David Robinson. 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Robinson. 40 seconds left to play in the fourth. Here's Tatum. And the rebound goes to Cleveland.
And they have to know that any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss? He's going to punish you if you leave him open. He's more than willing to take the open three when he's got it.
A nice shot by Tatum.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's McGrady. No good on the three. There's Tatum with the three. The shot comes out. So it's Miami. Pick it.
UK Sports welcomes you Miami. The home of the Heat. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony. On the sidelines, it's David Aldridge. For the Miami Heat, they come into tonight's game after the loss to the Knicks in New York. Now, here's Lillard. And here's Weber. For three, Roy. Hunter grabs the miss. And Stan, here we are watching DeAndre Hunter. What impresses you most about his game?
Well, I like how steady he has been since he came into the league. I like the fact that he's a guy who can make shots but doesn't need the ball a lot. And I especially like, Kevin, that he's just a guy who figures out what needs to be done, and he's willing to do any of it to help his team win.
What a great intangible, right? To shift during the game and, like you said, give the team what they need at that moment. And so it's the Heat getting on the board first. And Barrett gets it to go.
An effective mid-range scorer. Barrett excels at finding openings in the defense and capitalizing.
Outside to Weber. Outside Roy. Back to Turner. Outside Roy. Beyond the arc. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner. Roy's got 5 points so far.
Good to see Roy knocking it down from long range, wanting to be a bigger threat than them. And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Well, getting a good offensive player a high percentage look, there's nothing better than that.
Now, here's Roy. He has 5. So, Stan, you can talk about this. We always hear about Heat culture, the Miami franchise, from top to bottom. Everybody is all in and focused in one direction, aren't they?
Yeah, Kevin, I think that is the greatest strength the Heat have had as an organization, is they are all on the same page. And I think they've done it in large part because they have great continuity. If you just look up and down their staff, guys have been there forever. And that allows them to have a very consistent culture.
And teams have tried to copy that, and it's been very hard, hasn't it?
Well, it's been hard because the part they leave out is the consistency part. You can't build that kind of culture when you're making changes with your coaching staff and your front office every 2 to 3 years.
And the basket by Edwards.
Well, I love when guys like Edwards work inside. Don't settle for jumpers. Get a solid look close to the rim.
Now, here's Tatum. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Turner with the screen. 4 on the clock. Again, the miss by the Heat. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Milwaukee Bucks. That gives them the lead.
And Hunter can really do damage from deep. The defense has to get out on it.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up, and we talked about the tall task of facing Anthony Edwards. Coach said he is so physical. Ant looks more like a linebacker than a wing, so we can't foul Edwards too much. That's playing right into his hands. So they'll try to play him tight without sending him to the line. Not easy to do. Back to you guys.
All right, thank you, David. Outside for Roy. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
And guys, point of emphasis for the league is to really crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
And it's Green missing. Here's Tatum. Still yet to score. A three-pointer is right on target.
And let there be no doubt about Lillard's mentality. He'll feast on any opportunity the defense gives him.
Found him. Off target from outside. Right side Tatum. Into the lane. Lillard outside. Weber a screen. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Lillard. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. The kick out to Tatum. Shot clock at 6. No good from Roy. Milwaukee in the lead. Barrett wide open. He fires. Nailed from three-point land. Barrett's got 5 now.
Well, Barrett likes to shoot threes at a steady clip, and he's pretty free with those shots.
On the wing, Turner. Back to Tatum. That falls. Nice speed that time from Turner.
Yeah, I love watching Tatum compete like this. Getting his revenge with a 3 of his own.
Out to Porzingis. Screen by Porzingis. Here's Hunter. Can't hit the free throw line jumper.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Weber with it. Nothing on the board. It's stolen by Barrett. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Roy. And that one's good. Hunter.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist.
Outside to Weber. Pass to Lillard. With the drive. Tatum on the wing. There's a good screen. Down low. Shoots. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Barrett. Milwaukee leading by 4. For 3, Hunter. Chris Weber comes up with a rebound. Here's Roy. Green with the block.
No matter what night it is, Green seeks to intimidate and more often than not succeed.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power. Hammering down the two-hand slam. And the conversation for Porzingis, coach, tends to always come back to help. And what a challenge that has been for him.
Yeah, Kevin, over his career, on average, he's missed about 30 games per season. But that's not an uncommon problem, as you know, for players who stand well over 7 feet tall.
Here's Hunter. Pass to Porzingis. Now, here's Barrett. In the corner, it's Hunter. And it's sent back by Turner. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Turner. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. And that does it for the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up by 7. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
19.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, what do you guys think?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Who wants a t-shirt?
Milwaukee leading by 7. Jackson looking it over. Kicks it out to Jones. Trent outside. Back to Jones. Clock at 6. The rebound by Chris Webber. And it's Miami's ball. Here's Roy. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Roy's got 8 points. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players. And it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
Tatum gets the bucket.
Yeah, no hesitation, no overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Jackson up top. No scoring in this one. Castanagi. And Jones has it in the corner. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Heat.
First personal foul. First team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Ellis. Now here's Williams, and it's all evened up.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now, Greg, it took 40 years, but the Bucks finally won their second NBA title back in 2021.
Yeah, and Kareem leading that 71 squad. Giannis was the man in 2021, averaging 35 and 13 during the finals, closing out the Suns with that 50-piece in Game 6.
Shots good by Middleton.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
Outside Williams.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
So it's the Bucks now. Here's Jackson. Got a piece of it. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Here's Middleton after the Heat pick up 2. Castanagi down to 5 on the shot clock. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton. Naji's got his first bucket in this one.
The correct decision by Middleton, moving to his wide-open teammate, Chris, a terrific passer off the wing.
And here's Garland for 3. A shot by Messi, no good. Milwaukee in the lead. Here's Jackson. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. Here's Williams. He takes it in. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
A superb pass from Garland. He's all for setting up his teammate.
Trent can't hit. They got the opportunity to get the lead back.
And they've been waiting for this chance all game long.
The kick out to Williams. Hits it from three-point range. Williams has got the lead up to 3 now for the Heat.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Jones, no one around him. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
Both teams running perimeter-oriented plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Back to Ellis. Here's Williams. Miami needs to get a shot off. From downtown, Milwaukee with the rebound. And stolen by Williams. Inside, Nisi. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Well, as a coach, turnovers will drive you nuts, but sometimes that happens when you're aggressive, so there's a balance.
Miami trailing to the paint, and he goes in for the dunk.
And not only does he get all the way to the rim in traffic, but how about he goes to the reverse?
You got to be kidding me. That was awesome. Now here's Jackson. Scoreless thus far. And Jones has it in the corner. 6 to shoot. Here's Middleton. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Middleton's got 7 points here in this quarter.
It's so assertive offensively. Middleton won't let anything, even the clock, throw off his rhythm.
Here's Nisi. And Jones pulls it down.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. Nisi, the kick out to Williams. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. .54 seconds left to play here in the half. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
The Heat trail by 5. Now Garland. And again, the turnover by the Heat.
Yeah, not a great pass there. You got to be on the same page as your teammates.
Milwaukee with the ball. Middleton inside the three-point line. And another basket for Milwaukee.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Pass to Nisi. Back to Williams. No good again that time. And so it's Middleton with it. He brings it up for the Bucks. 7-point game, the biggest lead in the game.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
Well, look, we've seen that no lead is safe these days. You got to keep scoring and extending that margin.
9 seconds left here in the second. Outside Garland. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Garland. Six seconds left in the first half. Got it up. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime.
With a score,
Bucks lead by 9. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Bucks leading by 9. And Stan, it seems like time and again, the Heat uncover those hidden gems, turning unknowns into big contributors.
That's one of the things they do best, Kevin. The list of names like that is long, but look no further than Udonis Haslem, whose jersey they retired last season. Their hard work culture seems to breed those kind of success stories.
Now here's Tatum. Turner with the screen. And Turner throws it down.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
Pass to Hunter. Pulls up on the wing. Jason Tatum grabs the board.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
Back to Turner. And it's slammed in by Turner.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Now here's Porzingis. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First team foul.
So it's the Bucks now. Open shot, Edwards. The rebound by Turner. The Heat trailed by 5. Tatum wide open. He fires one. Drains it from beyond the arc. Tatum's got 9.
Yeah, very hot start out of halftime. Making their first 3 shots, getting the looks that they want, and knocking them down.
And this is who Barrett is, a competitor, someone who looks to get revenge whenever he can.
Here is Lillard after R.J. Barrett hitting the 3. Outside Tatum. Lets it go from deep. Porzingis with the rebound.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
Edwards cashing in from outside.
And look, Edwards has a lethal pull-up game. It's one of the things that makes him so difficult to guard.
Turner with the screen. Six on the shot clock. Back to Tatum. Over Hunter. Tatum with another miss. Bucks leading by 8.
And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And here's Roy, following the three-pointer from DeAndre Hunter. Outside Turner. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen. We know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you'd try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, last season, a full 14 teams finished with between 46 and 51 wins, with plenty of teams in the picture. Adam Silver is thrilled with the level of competition. He says, I think what fans ultimately want is to see great competition across the league. Evan, it's certainly fun to watch.
It is, David. Bring it on, I say. The more, the better. Porzingis. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Here's Hunter. And there are the Bucks with another bucket.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
The Heat making a switch here. Now here's Roy. He's got 10.
He's a terrific two-guard. Roy with tremendous court vision.
Edwards looking it over. The shake. Pass to Hunter.
Set up.
They kick it out to Green. Shoots over Weber. The rebound by Turner. The Heat trailed by 11. And the call will be against R.J. Barrett. That's foul number 2 for him.
Team foul number 4.
Here's Roy. They count on his contributions, currently providing 16.5 points a game. And it's the Bucks ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Hunter, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Roy misses. .153 left to play here in the third. Back to Hunter. Bucks passing it around. Buries the long-range jumper. Edwards got 10.
All these threes they're giving up have really been the driving force on this run.
Roy with another miss.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
To the inside. Here's Weber. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Weber's got 4 this quarter.
Again and again, they're dissecting the defense and creating those high-percentage looks from inside.
Now, here's Hunter. 14 points for him. Over in the quarter, Porzingis. Offline with his 3.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage play.
And the shot is good. He's got 6.
And not a regular spot for Turner, but he shot with confidence, and that's what matters. And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And the shot is long. Bucks leading by 13. It's to Porzingis. With 4 seconds on the clock. And the dunk by Porzingis.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bucks ahead.
The Bucks 60.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Heat trailed by 15. Outside Roy. Outside Tatum. And it's off from three-point range. To the middle. Back to Hunter. Fires for 3. Takes a 3. Good. The NBA. On 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is on our sideline. And with the road trip approaching, the Heat will play their final game of their homestand.
And you can tell that both teams will be a little on edge in this one, given the rivalry these teams have. It could
that was terrific!
So much explosiveness from Lillard. The youngster can fly.
So the wing on the left. Now Whitmore. Thompson outside. No good from outside. Here's Roy. Up and in on the layup. And if you claim to be a basketball purist, and Greg, I know you do, one thing you gotta love watching is great ball movement.
Which is something both of these teams take pride in. It's always fun to watch guys be unselfish with the ball and look to make each other better.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
First team foul.
Wembanyama looking it over. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
And examining his numbers this season, we can see that he's been an exceptional free throw shooter, right around 85.
Yeah, guys, I mean, he's been a very steady hand for them when it comes to his free throw shooting.
Here's Lillard, and Damian Lillard with the jam.
Punctuating the end of that play with an exclamation point. Lillard, a natural-born finisher.
Here's Whitmore. Here he goes. And Whitmore throws it down.
And when he gets downhill, Whitmore is a force.
Now, here is Weber. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 8 points a game. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 1. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Whitmore's got 5 now.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Roy from outside. Tatum, that's for 2. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And here are the Lakers. And it's Giddey in the corner. Pass to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Watch out. Wembanyama hammering that one home.
The Heat trailed by 4. And Dwayne Wade is the first Heat player to be honored with a statue. And Greg, that's pretty significant for a very successful franchise.
And Kevin, well-deserved, right? D-Wade, the best player in franchise history. He helped bring 3 championships to the city. Plus, he's already got a street name after him.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Turner. Will it go? No good on that one. Nice defense from Giddey. Pass to Whitmore. Outside for Wembanyama. 6 on the shot clock. Good. He has 7.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
Tatum wide open. He fires one. Miami no good on that time either. Pass to Wembanyama. Giddey with it. A 3 ball. The rebound by Turner. The Heat trailed by 6. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Tatum's got a nice jump shot. When he's in rhythm, you feel like he's going to make it every time he shoots it.
Pass to Giddey. Here's Whitmore. Down it goes. His 3rd basket. He's now 3 for 4.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And that one's good. Lillard.
So far, he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunity.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, Eric Spoelstra gave me a few minutes to catch up. Now he's in awe of Victor Wembanyama, just like everybody else. He said, I don't know that we can stop him. I don't know that we can slow him down. But they want to try and play a physical brand of basketball against him at both ends and see if that has any effect. Kevin?
Thank you, David. From deep. The rebound by Turner. The Heat with the lead. To the middle. Here's Lillard. And stolen by Whitmore. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back. Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. 51 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Tatum. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Tell you what, Tatum using his length for positioning inside, able to operate well in the paint.
Lakers shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game. Free throw good. Wembanyama. And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Back to Lillard. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Here's Giddey. Misses the three. Tatum with it. Puts up a deep three. And that one released in time, but no good. It's all tied in Miami. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
17.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been seeing from the Heat, guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
And taken away by Roy. For the three. Knocked loose. And here is Hampton. Inside. Clock at 6. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed. Some reason, I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Down low. Outside Williams. Miami needs to get a shot off. Good on the three-point shot. Garland's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Oh, very solid from deep. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
Bagley the screen. Here's Catchings. And right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Catchings has got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Outside Garland. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Hayward outside. Hampton in the corner. And taken away by Ellis. Garland attacking. Bagley with the block.
And a skilled shot blocker to boot. Love how Bagley uses that height and reach to stifle shooters.
For Los Angeles, they have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on it.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Shoots the three. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Garland, pass to Williams. On the wing, Williams. Outside, Williams. Shot clock at 5. Williams a screen. Outside, Williams. Takes a three. Bagley with the rebound. The Lakers in the lead. And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much.
no doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Pass to Messi. Outside Williams. There's the pick. And stolen by Hayward. And they're moving it up. It's hauled in by the Heat. Right side, Garland. And here is Williams. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams. Here's Hampton. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game. To stop the drought, out to Hayward. Pass to Hampton. The three-pointer is right on target. Hampton's got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, Hayward's floor recognition and composure, really impressive. Knows precisely when to pass over to the open man.
6 changes of the lead here.
Yeah, both teams still kind of feeling their way through this game.
Now, here's Hampton. Here is Hayward. Pass to Shepherd. Off target from outside. The Heat with the lead. Williams looking around. Here's Messi. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Clark, how much weight do players put on individual awards or something like an all-star nod?
You know, I think players always have a level of respect for each other, but awards help validate your level of respect. How you win, how you perform, consistency, and awards are typically well-earned and well-deserved. As a matter of fact, in most cases, they are well-earned and deserved, and players acknowledge that and respect that.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
And, guys, they look to set it up in the half court.
Well, that's when you got to rely more on your defense and try to get out in the open floor. Oftentimes, you can develop your rhythm offensively when you get easy baskets.
Back to Garland. Shot clock at 6. Now the Lakers on the break.
And that's how to make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered.
There's a minute left in the first half. And here's Ellis for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Ellis has got the game tied up here for the Heat.
A total defensive collapse. I mean, no reason to allow him that kind of space from behind the arc.
Now Hampton. 8 points for him. The Lakers moving the ball around. 5 on the clock. Bagley the screen. Offensive rebound. Pass to Hampton. And the 3 off target. And here are the Heat now. They get to take on the Bulls at Chicago after this one. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Count that one. And the Heat lead by 2.
And the defense no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Here is Hayward. Pass to Hampton. A 3-pointer, no good. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Heat out front. They lead by a bucket. Live from Miami, you're watching 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. And here is Los Angeles now. Giddey goes in. Banked in off the glass. Giddey's got the first basket of the third quarter for the Lakers.
And I love watching Giddey take it strong to the basket. The D has got to be aware of it.
Knocks down the three ball.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Giddey, no one around him. Bangs home the trifecta. Giddey's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Garland. The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. And the foul on Patrick Williams. That's foul number 2 for him. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Wembanyama. He's got 9. Wembanyama getting it done inside.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Miami trailer. On the wing, Brandon Roy. He has 5. And then Roy with the dunk.
And just showing off for the crowd a little bit there. Roy enjoys putting on a show.
Pass to Wembanyama. To the paint. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. And the Lakers lead by 2.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Outside Tatum. There's the drive. And he dunks it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifting, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
Here's Lillard. He's got 7.
And it's Wembanyama's size that makes him a potent defensive presence.
No good on the quick 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Whitmore's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
Wembanyama down low. Thompson with it. Picked up by Turner. Back to Wembanyama. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Pass to Roy. No one near him. And he hits the jumper for 2. Roy's got 12 in the game. Lakers leading by 5. Whitmore with it.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on Weber.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Here's Lillard. And another basket for Miami.
And the shot-first mindset of Lillard. When he sees an opening in the defense, he's looking to attack.
Now Whitmore. He's got 10. And Whitmore throws it down.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in. Build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
And slam dunk by Tatum.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Now here's Giddey. He has 5. And that one's good, Whitmore.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Back to Lillard. For 3. Drills it from outside. Lillard's got 12.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Whitmore up top. 15 points in the game. Pass to Wembanyama. Out to Thompson. Back to Wembanyama. Clock at 4. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Outside to Weber. Back to Roy. And here's Weber. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. In the corner. Tatum with it. No good with the triple. 2 for 1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Wembanyama left side. And Tatum pulls it down. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. They get it back. Weber. Outside for Roy. Goes straight to the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. That's on Cam Whitmore.
So yeah, good luck trying to guard Brandon Roy. This guy can do it all out there.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline.
The fastest dance team in the NBA, your Miami Heat Dancers.
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly.
Come on, fans, let's do a huge Miami welcome to the Heat Breaker Dance Crew. Once again, for your Heat Breaker Dance Crew, let's go!
And we'll have a timeout called by Erik Spoelstra. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Let's go, Heat fans. Give it up for your Heat Hype Squad. Your Heat Hype Squad. Let them hear you.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And you have to appreciate the work ethic that Roy has. A true gym rat. And this guy just wants to get better.
And J.J. Redick calls timeout here. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. J.J. Redick is called timeout. He's made the decision. He wants to huddle up with his guys.
Time to turn up the heat with your very own Miami Heat. Fans, give it up for the baddest dance team in the NBA, your Miami Heat Dancers.
And here's Hayward. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. They lead by 4. Pass to Hampton. Wide open look. And they pick up 2. Hampton's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so it's Victor Wembanyama making things happen for Los Angeles. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Right. We've reached the 4th quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The Heat trailed by 6. Here is Lillard. Tatum a screen. And here we go. Thompson heading to the hoop. And it's Thompson with the jam.
And when it comes to getting up and down the floor, Thompson has few peers.
Lillard from outside. The Lakers with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And stolen by Tatum. Fires the 3. And Damian Lillard, good for the 3.
He's starting to heat up from outside. That's his second this half.
Los Angeles leading by 5. Outside for Wembanyama. Thompson outside. Back to Wembanyama. Just 5 on the clock. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Smart play there. I don't think we give Wemby's IQ for the game enough love, but he was a pro in France at a young age, and that obviously gave him a lot of experience.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that 2-hander.
A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Buries the long-range jumper. Thompson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Lakers. That's tipped. Hayward with the ball. Lillard picks him up. To the wing right side. And again, it's the Lakers.